Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's not that Declan Rice can't play the six role. We absolutely agree that he can. It's that he plays it differently to Thomas Partey. And I feel like Declan Rice for me, and step in and tell me I'm wrong if you think I'm wrong.
Mm.
Declan Rice for me is more of a ball carrier, whereas Thomas Partey is more of a passer. And I do think that no matter how good a sort of carrier of the ball you are, you'll always move the ball through the lines quicker if you pass it, because
Mm.
the ball's going
Yeah.
to travel quicker than you are, right? So for that reason, I do think it takes away a little bit of our edge, and it takes away our ability to hit the right and left wingers as early as we could if Partey was in the side. So it's not to
Mm.
say that Rice is a downgrade at 6. I don't believe that for a second. I think he's got other strengths, and I think, defensively, for example, I think he's head and shoulders above anybody in that role. But I do think it takes something away from our game a little bit, and therefore there's a tweak required. There's an adjustment required to the way that we play. So not only are we going to be progressing the ball forward in a slightly different way, we're also not going to have Marino, as you mentioned, up top to go over the top too. And so the tweak there has to be tweaks made. And I guess the good thing is we've got 6 days between Palace and obviously PSG to try and figure those things out.
Yeah, definitely. It's not ideal. I don't think it would be Plan A, but Plan B is fine. I think that Declan Rice can zip his passes in. Trust me, he can zip passes in at a real crisp way. We just don't see him do it often enough. In a way, he might enjoy it just on this one-off night because he'll get more of the ball, and he's quite low touch, isn't he? In terms of when he plays on the left of midfield, there are some games where he gets like 30 touches of the ball, and you think about Wenger's Arsenal and how much of the ball Cazorla and Arteta and others had, over 100 touches pretty much every game. It's a different kind of job that we're asking him to do. He can do this really well. I mean, at Ipswich, he played there, didn't he? And I know Ipswich and PSG are very, very different. I'm not trying to compare them.
They both wear blue, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. But by half time, he'd made 10 ball recoveries. He was a machine. He just mopped up everything. And PSG have a great midfield. I don't think we should underestimate that area. And actually, dropping Marino in, the sort of so-called dual monster, it might not be the worst thing in the world.